Hi everyone, very good evening all of you. Very good evening guys. Welcome to this live session on the YouTube channel Unacademy Computer Science. So yeah, how are you all doing guys? Let me know in the chat box how are you all doing? How are the things going at your end? And yeah, let me know about the things. Until the time, just let me very quickly open up your messages, your chats, and then we'll be starting for today. Till the time whosoever has joined, just drop me a hi in the chat box guys so that I get to know you are here, and we'll be starting very shortly. Whosoever have joined, please drop me a hi in the chat box guys. Perfect, yeah. So yeah, hi everyone, very good evening all of you, very good evening to each and every one of you over here. Welcome to the live session onto the YouTube channel Unacademy Computer Science. How are you people doing guys? How is everything going at your end, and even how are your preparations going on for the GATE 2024? Okay, right. So I'll just first of all brief you a little about this CHAMPS or GATE CHAMPS test, which is right away going to happen. So this GATE CHAMPS test, it is for all the GATE 2024 CS and IT students, right? You can get up to 100% scholarship onto the 3 months of subscription. Okay. So this is a kind of a exam into which you can just get into 100% scholarship for the 3 months of subscriptions for the GATE 2024 CS and IT batches. So the test mode is going to be online. Duration for this test is going to be 45 minutes, and the total number of questions are going to be 20. Okay. The ranks are divided as in if you are getting rank between 1 to 10, you will be getting a 100% scholarship. If you are getting a rank between 11 to 20, you will be getting a 50% of scholarship, and rest all of the learners which are there, they will be getting a 30% of scholarship, right? This is about the thing. So the test is on to November of 19th of November, 11 a.m. onwards. So you can just enroll into the test, and on 19th, it means tomorrow, you can just give out this test as well, and according to your ranks, you can just get in the scholarships as well for GATE 2024 CS and IT preparations. We will be getting the batches and we're learning into that, right? This is what you have. And if you have any details, you can reach out to 8585858585 contact number, and you'll be getting all your doubts and queries resolved onto the same. So yeah, this is the GATE CHAMPS test which is gonna be happening. Next, we are having this Brahmastra Plus batch for GATE 2024. So it started on 9th of November. Already it has been started. The language which is being used for this one, and the language which instructors are teaching you is Hindi plus English, where this is for all the CS students. And the very first session was about the orientation and the strategy sessions. So you get this particular batch as a live and recorded also, right? So you get it as a live and as a recorded too. So you can just have the access to live lectures and recorded lectures also for the same. So it has already started on 9th of November, but if you still want to enroll into that, if you want to go with the particular batches, so you can just reach out to number, which are again, I'll repeat, 8585858585, and they will be getting all your queries resolved about the same. So talking about the batches for DS and AI GATE 2024. Just a second guys, just let me have some water. Okay, so talking about your exclusive batch for DS and AI GATE 2024. So there you're having up offer price of 9,999. Okay, it started on 15th of September, right? The language was Hindi plus English, and that was a batch number B. So the batch started on 7th of September. It was a full length course which is available from 15th of September. They were having the access to live and recorded courses from the top educators, complete coverage of syllabus with the strategies, tips, tricks, practice questions, numerical problems, and detailed explanations of the concepts. Classes were conducted in Hindi and English, and the accompanying notes will be provided in the English only. Right, so this was all which just about the exclusive batch for the DS and AI GATE 2024. So what are the plus features that you get over here? So you get a feature of raise a hand, you get a feature of class handouts, in-class polls, daily practice problems, educator community, learn live from the comfort of your home, study materials in the PDF format, unlimited access to all courses, and top educators in India on one single platform. So these are all the features which you are getting over here. These are all the plus features which you get in over the platform. And even nothing can stop you from chasing your GATE CS and IIT dreams. So you just have to get started with a no cost EMI and a 0% interest onto the loan, right, for as low as rupees 3,599 per month. You get the approval for that in 2 hours, you get a minimal paperwork as well, and you have the flexible tenures also, right? So this is what all you get. So even the terms and conditions are applied over here, okay? So there you get the, so here these are all the people who have already cracked out the GATE 2023. Right, so congratulations to all the learners over here for cracking out the GATE 2023. Okay, so this was the first of all the exams and the thing which I wanted to let you all know, so that you can tomorrow morning, that is at from 11 a.m. onwards, you can just give out this GATE JAMs test and getting your scholarship for enrolling up further into the batches of GATE CS and IT. Okay, great. So how many of you are here? Just guys, just drop me a hi or yes in the chat box so that I get to know you are here. Whosoever is over here, just drop me a hi or yes in the chat box, guys, so that I get to know you are over here and we can start in for today. Okay, hi Sanket, hi. Rest everyone, guys. I request you all to be active in the chat box, guys, so that it actually works for me as well and it works for you too, so that you can also have the proper interaction. Even I could also interact with you people over here. Okay, let's start in for the data structures and algorithms over here. Right, so DSA. So till now we have learned a lot in the DSA. We learned about your list, tuple, dictionary, sets. Then we learned about your stacks, heaps, queues, linked list, right? Then we went on to the algorithms for the searching, for the sorting, right? So right now we are dealing with the sorting algorithms, right? So what I'll just do, just a second. So what I'll do, I'll take you to this quick sort. Today's topic of discussion is quick sort, guys, right? Now there are two algorithms, quick sort and merge sort. Okay, these two algorithms are known as divide and conquer algorithms. Okay, first of all, remember quick sort and the merge sort, these both of the algorithms one second. Yes, Aditya. Talking about a quick sort. So see, quick sort is a divide and conquer algorithm. Okay, it is a divide and a conquer algorithm. So what it does, it first of all helps you to pick up an element as a pivot, right? And partitions the given area around the picked pivot. See, here what happens, it again in the quick sort, it divide and conquer as the name suggests. Divide means to divide an array into two parts. Okay, it picks an element as a pivot. It means you can say as a some barrier kind of a thing. It takes an element and from that particular element it partitions the complete list into two parts, into the left and into the right portion, right? In two parts it simply divides both of those things, right? So now see, there are many versions at how this particular quick sort or how this particular pivot will be taken, right? What are the like different ways into which this quick sort, the pivot in the quick sort will be taken. Let's discuss about what are the methods, right? The very first thing is it always picks the first element as a pivot. Whatever will be the first element of my list, let's say I have a list of 1 2 3 4 5, right? So it will take the first element, that is 1, as a pivot. right? The very first version of the quicksort to pick the pivot in the different ways, the very first version, right? Second is it will always pick the last element as a pivot, or either what it will do, it will take the last element of my complete list as a pivot. Let's say my last element in my list is 1 2 3 4 5 5, right? So either it will take the last element of my complete list as a pivot. The first two are these two different versions, ki how it chooses out its own way to pick the pivot, right? Like what's the way to pick the pivot in the different ways, right? Next, it picks a random element as a pivot. Now see, next is ki it will automatically take something, a random element, and it will pick that as a pivot, right? That's the next thing. So in that case, let's say I have a list 1 2 3 4 5, right? So we can just use a random function. It will randomly take any element as a pivot, and it will just start separating my complete list from that particular portion into two different portions, right? Or the fourth is will pick the median as a pivot. So what it will do, it will calculate the median of the complete list and it will take that median as a pivot, right? Let's say I have a 1 2 3 4 5. So in that 3 will be my median of my complete list, right? Because that's the center value, and will divide both of the sides in equal portions. So at that particular place, it will take that 3 maybe median as a pivot, right? So these are the 4 different versions of a quicksort to pick the pivot, right? So because what happens in the quicksort, as I told, it will pick an element as a pivot, it will partition the array from there, and then it will further work over my sorting of the complete list, right? Very good evening, Shanivas. Very good evening. Right, so am I clear with this quicksort to everyone, guys? First of all, okay, what kind of an algorithm is it, and generally what are the different versions to pick the pivot over here? Am I clear with that, everyone? Okay, Sanket, see, depending over, you can just take any pivot, right? But see, depending over the kind of a question which you're getting, see, you won't ever get a question where you will be said to directly apply a quicksort. You won't get a question like that, right? You will be given a kind of a situation, and just according to that situation only you have to work, and just you have to simply write down the program for the same. So once I am just moving on to practical portion, I'll let you know that also. But Sanket, that completely depends on the type of the question which you are having. Okay. Perfect. So clear till this point, guys? Clear till this place, everyone? Okay, fine, Sanket, fine. Okay. Now let's say I take a condition. Okay, as my further example says, let's say I take a condition. That condition it says कि I will pick the last element as a pivot. Okay, I'll take the last element as a pivot over here, right? Now see what will happen. So the key process in quicksort is partition. As I told you, what it will do, it will partition up the complete list in the 2 portions. Fine. So the target of partition is कि you will be given an array, and even you will be having an element also, an array and an element of array, right? Now what you will do, you will take x and put it in the correct position. I'm sorry. What you will do, you will take x and put it at the correct position into a sorted array, right? And put all the smaller elements before x. If x will be my last element, right? So if I'm talking about the sorting, so last element of my sorting will be the greatest number, because ascending to descending portion, right? Smaller to larger. Last element of my list will be the largest number. So if I put the largest number into the very last position, then what will happen? I would put all the other numbers before that particular number, right? Now what I would do, I will apply a condition. Whatever the greater numbers I get in, put it after the x. Whatever the smaller numbers I will get it, put it before the x. And this should all be done. So as simple as that. Just take a value of x as a pivot, take that as a pivot, right? Apply that and check the condition. If x is greater, if the value in my list is greater, put it after the x. Otherwise, put it before my x, and that is all which is done. So this is what is called as divide and conquer. Because here you are dividing, you are making up a partition, and with the help of that partition you are trying to sort in your complete array list, whatever you have taken, right? This is what a quick sort exactly is. So am I clear, guys, ki if I take element at the last of a pivot, so how will it be working? Because I am not saying ki this pivot, the element which I am taking, that will be sorted. If I just write something 9 1 4 3 2, right? So my last element will be 2, right? And 2 is not a one which is the smallest among my list. So what I will take 2 as a pivot. Now I will just go ahead and work with the same. I will say whatever the numbers are greater than 2, put it after 2. Whatever numbers are less than 2, put it before 2. Right? So am I clear with this, everyone, now? Ki how a quick sort works and exactly what's divide and conquer? Just confirming, guys, am I clear? Yes, everyone, are we clear with the quick sort? Ki how does a quick sort works? Okay, Sanket, what I'll do, I'll just take you onto Google Colab. Na? There only I'll just write and explain you. Just give me a minute. Okay. Just a second, guys. Okay. Fair enough. I'll just open the Google Colab. We have it over here. This is a yesterday's program, if you remember. I would just open up a new notebook. Just a minute, guys. It's yeah, okay. See, now if we talk about the quick sort, let's say first of all, I'll just make it a comment. Okay, let's say I take a list as A, right? And I'm storing 7, 2, 1, 8, and 3. Okay. Now, let's say I applied a method into which I have to take the last element as a pivot, right? Let's say this is what I want. I want to take the last element as a pivot. Oh, 1 second. Fine. So what I would do here, now see what will be done. Now see here what will be done. This 3 will be taken as a last element. You know, right? The 3 will be taken as the last element, because over here the thing which will go is ki 3 will be the last element of my complete pivot. Fine. Now what do you have to do? From 3 it will compare. If my value in gray is greater than 3, right? If value in my list is greater than 3, right? It will put the values onto the other side, into means right side of 3. This is what it will do, right? If the values is greater than 3, it will put all the values onto the right hand side of the 3. And if the value for my in my list is less than 3, it will put that value onto the left side of 3, right? So this is what you have to do. This is what you have to work with. Fine. So this is how this complete quick sort works. Now am I clear with that to you, Sanket? we'll take a variable, we'll take a list, and we'll just take, let's say, last element as a pivot, then we'll be comparing that. Okay, fair enough, right? So, okay, now see, if you are clear, what we will do, we'll just go ahead and now just try to write the program for the quick sort in the Python. Right, now we'll see that how this respective quick sort program could be completely written into your Python programming language. Just allow me a minute, I'll just try to check in your messages once, then let's proceed in, guys. Okay, let's start with the writing of our quicksort program. Fine, so what I'll do, first of all, I'll just try to make in a function as we have done in for all of the other programs. We'll do the same for here. I'll just make a new code over the same, just a minute. Perfect. Okay, let's make a function. Let's say my function name is partition first of all. Now, I'll be taking three. I'll be taking a list, means array. I'll be taking a low and a high value because I need to compare the things, right? So, array, comma, low, comma, high. Right? This is first of all three variables which I wanted to initialize over here. Array, low and high. Right? Now, what do you have to do? You just have to choose the rightmost element. First of all, I'll just take the right element, right? Over here. So my right element means I'll take the last element of my complete array as a pivot, right? So pivot, and I will just use array in the bracket high. Right, so what it's doing, it is, okay, just let me write the complete spelling. Right, so what it is doing, simply into the pivot, the highest element of my array is getting stored. Fine. Now I would try to make a pointer for the greater element. So let's say I is equal to low minus 1. It is actually helping me to get a pointer for the greatest element in my complete list. And yeah, that is required for us to do. We require to have the greatest element of my complete array. Fine. Now what I would do, now I would just try to traverse through all the elements, compare each and every single element with the pivot. As I told you, first of all we'll take the last element, then now it's a time for comparing up each and every single element, right? So let's apply the loop. For j in range, I'll just go with low comma high. For j in range, low comma high, I will apply the condition that if array of j is less than equal to pivot. If this is the condition, one second. And I would just put it like this. Fine. So my condition goes that the array of j is less than equal to my pivot. In that case, what I would do, I would just do I is equal to I plus 1. In that case, if the element is smaller than the pivot which is found, right, it will swap that number with the greatest element. Right, it will swap up that number with the greatest element, right? That is what is exactly happening up over here. Now I would just do the swapping condition to apply over here. So it will be array of I, comma, array of j. Okay, array of I, comma, array of j is equal to, I will just write array of j, comma, array of I. I hope you know how this swapping is being done over here. You are just swapping over here I and j values, right? Nothing more than that is being done over here, right? Now coming out of my if condition and even out of my for loop, I would apply a condition now. And my condition will go in a manner ki array of I plus 1. Now what I'm trying to do, I'm just trying to swap the pivot elements as well with the greatest element. Now I'm swapping the pivot elements also, right? So in that respective case, this is what I'll do. Yeah, I would simply write array I plus 1, comma, array of high. Right? If array of I plus 1, comma, array of high, I would just swap those two things over here. 1 second. Is equal to, it will be my bracket, array of high, comma, array of I plus 1. Right? I simply swapped up both of these values over here. Right? And now I would over coming out of the loop. Yeah, out of my loop only. Now what I would do, I would just simply return over I plus 1. Now see, this is only the one part which we have done. Right? In this part, what are we doing? We are simply partitioning up the things over here. We are simply applying the partition between the elements. Nothing more than that I am doing over the same. Right? Now, when it comes over here, I have to now apply the quicksort, so my quicksort function will be a separate function. This only I am trying to partition. As I told now, we first will take a pivot, and with that pivot, I'll just try to put the elements on the left and the right side, high and the low values. Nothing more than that we are able to do, right? So that is what we are doing up over here. Kashif, why randomized quicksort is better than normal pivot selection method? See, because Kashif, into that you do not have to specify the things that okay, you have to take the last pivot, or you have to take this particular value, then sort it in the manner if it is greater than, you do not have to put these conditions over the same. You can just simply take a randomized value over the same. You can just write a program into which you can just simply select a random value, and according to that random value you can work over the same. And that is the reason, because Kashif, when you are talking about the randomized quicksort and a normal pivot, right? So in a normal pivot selection method, you have to mention each and every single thing over here. But when you're taking about the randomized, no need in that particular case. You can simply go ahead and work as it is. We used to make the other programs, other algorithms. Okay. Very good evening, Shazay. Very good evening. Okay. Okay, I'm not able to save. Just a second. The worst case time is same for both. Yeah, it is same. See, because Kashif, listen over here. When we are talking about the divide and conquer, right? It means that you have to divide and you have to partition first of all, then you have to work in other algorithms. What was happening? Simply you were just having up and you were just sorting. You were just taking a number, and with that number you were comparing a highest and lowest, and just simply sorting about the same, right? But over here, it is that you are applying a lot of loops, you are applying a lot of functions over here for the same, a lot of conditions. That is why that worst case time complexity is same for both of those. Okay, because this is a quick sort only, right? There is a different method for applying that quick sort algorithm, but it is a quick sort algorithm only. See, Sanket, I already have discussed about the type of questions which will be asked. You will be asked up the question from the trees. You will be given up a set of program and you will be asked that what will be the output of this particular program. Right? These kind of the questions will be asked up into your gate. Okay? That's the thing. That kind of the questions you will get in over here. Simply you will be getting a questions where you will be having you have to let us know what's the output of the program, or you'll be getting that you are having these values and you have to make up design up a tree with the nodes and everything, and these kind of questions will be coming. We'll be very soon going through the sample questions also. We'll be even solving the questions which can be asked up into a gate exam. Okay, just let me complete this DSA part, then we'll be surely going with that. Shazib recently checked your workshop session. Congratulations on becoming the youngest scientist to ever proud of you. Thank you. Thanks a lot, Shazib. Thanks a lot for your words for me. Thank you so much. Great. Fine. So let's do one thing. Let's proceed in now from here, guys. Now what I would do, I would just now make up a function which will help me to perform the quick sort. So let's very quickly make a function def quick sort, right? I would pass my array high and low values like that. Fine. Now my condition will go that if low is less than high, it means that if the condition is low, if my value of low is less than the value of high, in that case I would just find a pivot element such that the element which is smaller than the pivot are simply onto the left and which are greater are onto the right. As I told you, whatever the smaller elements will be onto the left hand side of my pivot and larger elements will be onto the right hand side of my pivot, right? So I'll make a variable as in pi. I'll call my function which we made over partition function, partition, right? And inside that I'll just pass the array low comma high. Right, these values I'll simply pass up my array value, my low value and the high as well. Now I would just do the function calling, the recursion function call. Recursion function calling is, okay guys, if you have defined a function and you are calling the same function inside that function only, that is called a recursive calling. Okay, that is called a recursive calling. Again I'll say, if you have defined a function and you are calling that same function inside this particular function, that is called as your recursive calling of the function, right? First of all I'll do the recursive call for the left hand side, then I'll do the recursive call for the right hand side, right? So let's do for the left hand side first of all. So I'll call my function quick sort, okay? And now for that quick sort, I'll first of all pass an array, my low value as I'm doing it for the left, so left side will be the lower values, it will be pi minus 1. Okay, done. Calling my doing my recursive call for my right hand side. Quick sort, again it will be your array, right? Array comma, it will be pi plus 1, okay, comma, and it will be a high this time. Fine, done. So this is just what we had it to put inside my quick sort. Now I would just define my arrays, call my functions and work with the same. So let's say we make a data and 8, 2, 6, 1, 4, 7. Let's say this is my array which I have declared. First of all I'll be printing my unsorted array. Print unsorted array like this, and then I will just simply print over here as data, right? Now I would go with the size is equal to length of my data. Size is equal to length of the data. Next is I'll be using the quick sort. I'll just call my function, S will be capital for quick sort. Bracket, I'll just use the data comma 0 comma size minus 1, right? So data is my respective data for my array. We have the length starting from 0 up till size minus 1. And now I would just print a thing that sorted array like this, and I would simply print my data, right? And that is the complete program for my quick sort. And see, okay, it has still printed me the, okay, now let's check, we made some mistake somewhere. Okay, let's see what's the issue where we made a mistake. Sorted array and again unsorted and then sorted. Okay, if I just try to comment this part, one second. If I just comment this portion and now if I run this 6-1, why isn't it sorting my array? Partition quick sort, I just wrote the correct things, I guess. Okay, if you are able to see anything over here, guys, just let me know. Just a second, let me open your charts. Okay, most welcome Kashif, most welcome for the same. Okay, partition, P-A-R-T-I-T-I, just hope I had made call, P-A-R-T-I-T-I-O-N. Array, comma, low, comma, high, array, comma, low, comma, high. Anyone who is able to check the error over the same, who is actually able to find any error in the program? Length of my data, quick sort, data, comma 0, comma size minus 1, print sorted array. Then printing my data. Okay, what's the issue? Okay, let's start from the starting. I just made a function partition array low comma high. Okay, 1 second. I don't know what is happening with my laptop even. See, it is automatically typing up these things. Because I guess I am making any mistake in calling off my function. P-A-R-T-I-T-I-O-N partition. Partition, okay. Okay, let's once again revise the complete program. Let's see where I had made any mistake or anything like that. Okay, just a minute. Quick sort, we are having my data 0, my size -1, sorted my array over the same, passed in my array as well, called my function of quick sort, pi -1, pi +1, quick sort, inside that it's array low and high, if low less than high, it's okay. If partition array comma low comma high, its pivot is equal to array of high, I is equal to low -1 for j in range low comma high. If, oh my god, fine. So next condition, if array of j is less than equal to my pivot, in that case I'll do I is equal to I plus 1 first of all. Just a minute guys. I is equal to I plus 1, then it will go with my swapping of the numbers. So array of I comma j is equal to, it's okay I guess, comma, then I simply returned out I plus 1. Yeah, this alignment is okay. Then we called the function quicksort pi partition partion. Then goes my data where I printed the unsorted, then the size is the length of my data. I called them, okay, quick sort, fine, data 0, print my sorted array, and I'm printing data. Okay, I am not sure where the issue now is coming, because I just hope I wrote the complete correct program over here. Okay, if you all are able to see any problem in this particular program, let me know now, guys, everyone. Just check out any issue is there in this complete program. Why is this exactly showing me error over the same? Even I would just try to run it once again. 826147. Why isn't it sorting? I don't know. Conditions are okay. QUICKSORT, quick, QUICKSORT, quick sort. Quick sort, okay. It's okay. The name for the partition is also okay. Okay, I'm not very sure now. array don't have 3 maybe. Sanket, what 3? I'm not able to get. Maybe like what you're exactly saying about the 3. Okay, these 3, if you're talking about these 3 as in terms of passing, so no, this is okay. You can surely pass out these values, okay? No issues in that case. There is something either wrong with the alignment only. I'm not sure. Very sure. I'm not very sure what's the issue. Let's run it once and see. No, there is something wrong with the calling of my function, I guess, because the logic and everything seems to be quite very okay to me. There is some problem with the calling of my function, okay? Okay, let's try giving some other numbers once. Let's say I wrote 1,7 1741, let's say 10 9 minus 2. Let's say we are just trying to give some other array as well. Let's see how it works then for the same. Okay, what happened? Okay, 1 second. No, it's not working. I'm not sure why isn't working now. Okay, see, what I'll just try to do, I'll just try to figure this out. Okay, I'll just try to figure this out, like what's the issue, why isn't this working as of now. But I don't know. Let me just very quickly debug this program for a while. Okay, just allow me a minute, guys. I'll just try to debug this program, and for that I need to open my IDE. I'll just switch on the display for a second. Okay, I would just switch on to the display for a while, everyone, and I'll just try to check in what's the issue with this program. Just give me 2 minutes, okay? Just allow me for 2 minutes of thing. Just a second. Okay, so till the time I am just trying to see what's the issue with this program. You will just no, not the chat GPT. I'll just try to debug it this once on my IDE. Just give me a second. I'll just debug it onto my IDE, okay? And I'll just till the time, guys, if you people also have the IDE, so just try debugging this onto your IDEs once and see is it working for you people or not. Okay. Have you people checked it onto your IDEs, guys? Did you check it? Acha, okay, fine, it's okay. Okay, fine, it is working now. Just a minute. Fine. See, I'll just zoom in for you once and I'll just let you know what the issue was. The issue was not with the code, but yeah, the issue was here while applying of this bracket thing. Na, I just made a little mistake. See, this is the code which we had written, right? I just quickly copied out this whole code over here, right? And with this just code, what I did, I just tried with the that forming the proper alignment, right? Just that changement only I did, and with that changement it's working pretty fine. So see, the issue was just with my alignment, right? So I just request you, okay, once you are clear with your complete code, just try putting the correct alignment for your code, right? That is the one thing which you have to make sure. And here's the complete program which is working absolutely right. So you can just go ahead and check out this program for you. Okay, that's the thing. Rather, it's not a very difficult thing. Just check the alignment once you're applying, because alignment is was wrong for me also. I pasted onto the IDE, and from there then I checked on with the alignment, and now it was working very fine. Okay, great. So yeah, this is how, guys, this complete quicksort will work out for you. This is how the quicksort works exactly. This is the method for quicksort to work out, right? If you people are clear, in that case, just let me know if you're clear with the complete code, how's the code working and everything. Just let me know yes in the chat box, guys. So always, because here you are swapping up the numbers now, so always try whenever you're applying this quicksort, always try to check the alignment of the things. Nothing more than that is required. Just check the alignment. Perfect, right? So if the things are clear to you guys, so every day I take a special class on the Unacademy app also for your machine learning, right? So I request you all ki, if you have to learn about the machine learning also, you all can join me on the Unacademy app for the special classes too. That are completely free of cost. You can get the link in the comment section, in the description box. And on Monday we are having a complete one shot revision for your Python and DSA onto this YouTube channel, YouTube live only, right? So just mark your calendar at 6:30 on Monday, because we will be having a long live stream where you will be like going through a lot of things over complete Python and DSA full revision, right? So thank you everyone. Thanks a lot everyone for joining in this session. Thank you guys for being here. It was great to have you all. I'll see you all at the same time tomorrow onto the YouTube live with the next topic, that will be your merge sort, right? So thank you guys for joining in. Have a great evening ahead, all of you.